Rolodex of Bitches Edition. For the feminines, where do you feel the line is between confidently persistent and creepy? I find myself worried that I may not be putting in enough effort when pursuing a girl. I usually walk away too quickly for fear of becoming creepy, which may come across as disinterest. When I give you clear signs of disinterest and you don't get them, can be anything from quote looking away when you stare at me, not smiling back, being curt when you approach me, looking busy when you try to talk to me, mentioning my boyfriend, to straight up telling you I'm not interested and you need to leave. Not him, but that doesn't sound very straight up, and most guys are told that females play hard to get, so we have to try even harder to get access to pussies. It's honestly basic body language and non-verbal communication. All I listed are very 101 signs of someone showing disinterest in you by not looking at you, not reciprocating your friendly body language, not asking questions, paying attention to other things while you're talking, etc. I understand that your belief that deep down all women want to suck your D***. Some of them just don't know it yet overrides your observational skills sometimes, but it is a pretty straight up rejection as non-verbal clues go. If you don't get it, then you'll need me to straight up tell you to F***off. I reserve the right to think you're a creep. Why not just say straight up you're not interested in the guy if he's coming on to you? Oh, you be asterisk, yes, really, that spineless would save up a lot of time, and it's not like girls constantly give negative signs. If their guy gets one positive one, he will still keep hoping. Companies don't contact everyone who didn't get their job. You should figure it out. Yup, and to have a job, it would be easier to get one if you already have one, thus have experience. But you can't get experience without a job, so the cycle repeats itself and guys stay lonely. Because that's not how people operate socially. If a guy asks me out, I reject him directly. But I can't really reject an offer that is not there yet. So I give him clues that I'm not interested and try to leave as asterisk or on as possible. Quote, I understand that your belief that deep down all women want to suck your D***. Some of them just don't know it yet overrides your observational skills sometimes, but it is a pretty straight up rejection as non-verbal clues go. If you don't get it, then you'll need me to straight up tell you to F***off. I reserve the right to think you're a creep. I don't think I'd bother trying to engage you anyway. You seem like a bit of a rude B***, TBH. Maybe I'd engage you as practice for when I want to talk to a better person. Which regular are you, and what the F** is your problem? Most of us aren't here because of our stellar ability to read social cues, which is partially why we're at a disadvantage. I still can't read cues at 26 positive or negative alike. And that's part of why I will definitely die alone. I get it, friend. That's why we keep making these S** whole threads, even if they always turn into insults and roasties arguing over semantics. Humans communicate a lot non-verbally, so that's definitely something you should look into. I've gotten better in that I just S**QME. They're never interested. On my last date, I didn't even know she wanted to hook up until we were at her house and she said so. Women get non-verbal language wrong all the time too, though. No need to relinquish it forever. Girls, how aware do you think you are that men rely less on body language than women and are more likely to verbally check the messages sent or received if it's important? I agree that the list provided by Anon is basic, but nothing there is a clear sign of anything. Unlike the possible laugh above, most women do something besides that when they're not interested. Out for his behavior. Some ask me to do it, some complain later, some put a mean face and call it a day. Well, so don't. Approaching random women is AS first anyway. Basically, we're all human as here. N***, code you wants us. Get used to it. I'm the worst S** of all ITT. It's not true that men are less reliant on body language and non-verbal clues. Imagine if you were talking to Tommy, the high school kid who works at the customer service at Best Buy, and he was not looking at you in the eyes, replying to every sentence you say and playing with his phone. Would you get he's not interested in what you have to tell him? Or would you Tommy wants to have sex with you and you just have to try a little harder? I would say, hey, listen to me dude, or something more rough and less polite depending on the context. You do still seem like a bit of a B***. There really are worse things than being approached. I've never even said it's S*** to get approached. I just said that if I signal that I don't want to be approached and disinterest in our interaction, I'd like for it to be picked up. And sure, if you ask me verbally, I'll reject you verbally. If you insist after I reject you verbally, you're really, really creepy. Quote, and sure, if you ask me verbally, I'll reject you verbally. If you insist after I reject you verbally, you're really, really creepy. And water is wet. WTF is your actual point? Do you need to vent about something? Out for his behavior. Some ask me to do it, some complain later, some put a mean face and call it a day. Is Tommy 18? Did he say anything about me to you? This is a very personal matter. I know that applies to most questions here, but really. There are women, of course, that secretly or not even secretly think of the big shows of love in the face of unrequited feelings, like in the romantic comedies, are supremely romantic. Others cringe even at the trope, let alone encountering it in real life. It depends on your outlook on romance and what their dynamic should be in relationships. Speaking for myself, confidently persistent I guess would be not letting my lack of enthusiasm decrease their own feelings, basically responding to a rejection or lack of reciprocation with the S**ursion that they do still like me and that I can revisit it anytime. Maybe a message a few weeks later to take me out again. This I would put up with. I would understand it. It wouldn't creep me out even if it is very unlikely to work. What is mostly creepy to me is the guy implying or flat out saying that either he knows better, you'll change your mind about me without humor, irony, or he simply doesn't really care how much I like him, he just wants me one way or another. I'm not a fan of displays like gifts, and would feel very creeped out if someone went out of their way to e.g. get in touch with my friends and ask them how I feel about him or if they can put in a good word. Not sure how useful this is, but I hope it gives you an idea. Quote, responding to a rejection or lack of reciprocation with the S**ursion that they do still like me and that I can revisit it anytime. That's just plain pathetic on the part and revolting on yours. Though you're asking them to basically put everything on hold until your majesty deigns to look their way, while simultaneously being too much of a shallow coward to reject them properly. Fuck you. Wow, that's a lot of S**options. Note how I said, quote, this I would put up with, I would understand it, it wouldn't creep me out even if it is very unlikely to work. The guy taking his loss the moment I'm not interested and instantly moving his focus to a woman who gives him something to work with is my ideal scenario. Anon simply did not ask about this, so I ran with his scenario. This is why modern women are garbage. She's literally treating him like a library book, shelving him until she's interested or bored in a few weeks. Remember to hate women. That's a lot of writing to say it's only creepy if you're not Chad. So much writing that it was too much for you to read properly, too. Why the F** would anyone be friends with a woman? Because they're friendly and you get along with them. Quote, women friendly. The women know are. You mean they're friendly if I'm Chad? Quote, ooga booga. Learn English F***. No. They're a lot more friendly if you aren't you. You mean they're friendly if I'm Chad? Let's sum up yesterday's thread. Quote, the Baystop who started making additions, the autistic fat girl who assumes that everyone is the plus 8/10 anon in order to fit in, the guys who looked for GFS here but to no avail, the return of literally Hitler. For the femoids, I'm ultra insecure about my physique. I'm 5'11", 55 pounds. I work out 6 days a week but can't put on a lot of muscle. I feel like I'm working harder than I should and still have just an average physique. Is average, skinny fat like a huge turn off? It's Euro time, give normal units please. Approximately 180 centimeters, approximately 70 kilograms. That's perfectly normal. You probably have my body type, and since you have a hard time growing muscle, we probably have similar difficulties with getting big. I managed to get woman with that, a baby face and long hair and a beer gut currently, but I should seriously correct that. Don't surrender, learn what kind of girl likes your body and don't look at big F*** S for reference. Continue going to gym. Can you grow a proper beard and such in case you need to look a bit more masculine? Quote, continue going to gym. Can you grow a proper beard and such in case you need to look a bit more masculine? I can do like a goatee. Full beard is slightly patchy. I'm probably low T, honestly, probably why I can't build muscle easily. I usually go clean shaven. Experiment with their goatee, it should help with the baby face. N*OD will like it at first, but chances are they will unknowingly miss it when it's gone. Not guaranteed though, so get rid of it if it doesn't work. Erase from your mind anything related with Lotus or whatever, since it will only make you insecure. I bet you got many less known traits also associated with high test anyways. I don't have a super baby face, but I think I look worse with the facial hair I can grow than without. I don't know, it's getting where I don't really see the point of working out when it doesn't seem like I'm achieving anything. It's not raising my looks or status. How many months did you go to gym and how many days a week? I lift weights 3 times a week, split into arms, back, shoulders, and legs, and then 45 minutes of cardio 3 times a week, stationary bike and stair climber, and 1 day off. For how many months? You will probably need half a year to get results, friend. I've been working out at some level since I was like 16. My current routine, probably 6 to 8 months. I guess I've plateaued for the time being at least. It's frustrating. I never expected to turn into a gigajad or anything, but I feel like I'm spinning my wheels just to look like an average office drone. Yes, then you're doing something wrong and I recommend you to visit Fit, which isn't something I'd normally say. You can handle banter, do you? Eat more ado, your deadlifts move more weight. You see many guys who complain they can't grow, or why see them at gym for years doing same weights and looking same way. They just don't eat enough and train hard enough in majority of cases. I'm afraid of going into a huge calorie surplus and turning into an even bigger fat tub than I already am. I'm probably like 18% body fat RN, I guess. Quote, Hughes, don't do that, just clean bulk 5 days of a week, 500 calories surplus, eating clean carbs and lot of meat, then fast 48h once per week, repeat. I am FAT, but I think I look decent and am pretty damn strong for natural person. Worth a shot, I guess. Thanks, Fit Bro. Would you stop posting this F***ing picture? NOD wants to see your baby D. Meh, too much effort and I like being a twink. Quote, chicken legs, fat core, oversized pecs. This picture gave me depression. Quote, chicken legs. At 190 centimeters height. I'm 193 centimeters, I just checked, and 88 kilograms was the high end of the range. Need to be closer to 80 kilograms, give or take. Does that mean we should be speaking Euro languages as well? English is an Euro language, man. Not since Brexit, they can go be an island. It's the language of Ireland, the most based EU country. Only after Irish Gaelic was pretty much exterminated for being a lower CLS* language somehow. So why are you so opposed to the imperial system when the UK still uses it? Average is 100% fine. If you want to improve and you can afford it, go to a nutritionist, dietitian, and have someone who knows what they're doing look over your workout schedule. Anything less muscular than Henry Cavill is deemed undesirable by women in 2020. My girlfriend is pretty shaken up after learning my size because she previously had a terrible experience with a guy who wasn't even as big as me. Any tips other than, obviously, foreplay? Are there any particularly good positions for it? Should I have her take control so that I don't hurt her by going too fast?